Hi guys. Um, I thought I'd pop in a bit, talk to you before we proceed with the video, with the song. I just wanted to quickly explain my reasons why this particular original is quite important to me. So when it comes to songwriting, um, there are ups and downs to it. For me, it has been like a major hurdle for the past 20 years. I mean, I've always been a songwriter ever since I was a kid. So, music was easy. I mean, it would flow through my head, words would come out, and then it was just a matter of knowing how to channel it. I didn't know how to play guitar then, but I did know piano. So, that's how I did it until I grew up a bit and joined bands. So back in the 90s, I joined Colored Red, and with them was a vehicle to get my stuff out into the world, get it immortalized in albums, right? So, but time came that, I grew up some more, grew older, more responsibility. I had to retire. So, after several years with them, I retired sometime in 2007 or 8, 2008. I really don't remember anymore. But by that time, I've already contributed quite a bit of material to Colored Red, like such as Una't Huli, If You Loved Only Me, Stay. Stay was a particular favorite of mine. It was quite special. So there were others, but I just don't remember them anymore. Anyway, so yeah, I did retire and lived a normal life. Lived a normal life, focused on family, on work, and I would realize that, looking back, that has been 20 years ago. So for 20 years, I have not written a single song at all because nothing goes through, no, there's no song in my head. It wasn't like as it was when I was younger. So, this to say, it sounded like um, the music has completely left me. So, it was difficult, but it was difficult most especially when, life became even more serious as we grow older. So, life happens around us, life events, victories, relationships, sorrow, and failures. I mean, a typical songwriter would write them down and, put them into song, but not me because I just don't hear it. So I arrived at a point, like a couple of years ago, maybe, um, that I wanted to go back to that aspect of myself that created music. So the problem was I didn't know how to get back. I didn't know how to start. So I figured um, I would try to get inspired by doing cover songs. So as you know, I've been posting a lot of cover songs for the past couple of years, right? So the way I pick them is um, whatever it is, it's just a way for me to channel whatever it is that I was feeling that week, or whatever was bugging me. I wanted to deal with it in that way. So as I explained to someone, um, I do these videos to mark time and to sort of mark the situations that I'm in using song, using specific songs that best resonate with the situation. So, as he would so um, aptly surmise or summarize, not surmise, summarize. He said something like, "Ah, so you're documenting feelings," and I thought, I didn't look at it that way, but it sounded right. Yes, it sounded like I was documenting feelings. So, except of course, there's a void in you that you didn't write those songs. You were singing someone else's work. So, yeah, I continued to do it in the hopes that one day I would get so triggered, I would actually, hear the song in my head. And then that day finally came. So I got triggered, and before I knew it, the song, it was not just a song in my head, but a line. The lines would also pop in. So I took pen to paper, got a lot of post-its. So I started with post-its, and then when my wall was not enough, I had to hunt for a notebook. So yeah, so the process I started. So I put them together, work with the flow, and it felt really weird and familiar and exhilarating and stressful and challenging because I have a day job. I work at home, so I had to balance my work life and the composing. So for the past, well, it was just a couple of weeks ago. So for a week, I couldn't focus on work. I mean, I really did not want to work because this thing was nagging me. It was like an itch. It was an itch I couldn't scratch. I needed to scratch. So when I finally finished it at the end of the week, I mean, my fingers were, you know, so painful. It was so painful because I had to practice. I had to solve. I had to solve certain phrases or how the chorus would sound like, because it wasn't right and stuff like that. So I went as far as I could. And then, well, they finally came when it's finally cohesive. So I did a raw recording. I usually just do that as a vocal guide for, the phrasing, for the melodies and stuff, before I actually do a proper one. So I did that, a raw recording, and then sent it to a friend for, for her opinion. So I sent it to Kokichua. And then when she heard it, she really liked it. I mean, she really, really liked it. I mean, if all the hearts in the chat are any indicator, I mean, she probably did. Anyways, she was encouraging me to record it. I have Mike Villegas do arrangement and stuff, and so neat. She was trying to encourage me to do the solo thing, be a solo artist, and I told her that's not me. That's not what I want. That's not the kind of artist I want. I wanted to be a songwriter and write songs for different artists. That's it. That's I was solid about that. So I told her, well, you record it. And then without hesitation, she said, sige, record ko for trio. Okay, so that was it. So the next time you would probably hear this song after this preview, you would probably hear Cookie singing that song with either Colored Red or her trio, which are, one of the same persona anyway. And yeah, it made me really, 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 really happy. Because, You know, after 20 years, finally have a song, and it got picked up right after. It wasn't even properly recorded. It was just like the raw thing. It was this raw thing that Cookie just picked up and adopted. I was really happy about it. But it's really, really strange and overwhelming and shocking all at the same time, because 20 years of not hearing anything, not hearing the songs in your head. That's the kind of, the kind of stuff that you got used to when you were a kid. You thought it'll always be like this, and then you got this really big gap in your life that you don't do the stuff that you love, and then you try to come back, and it came back with a vengeance. That was some fucking trigger, I tell you. So yeah, so just a little bit more. I'd like to take this chance to thank everybody who liked my videos. Those videos are purely for personal consumption lang sana. It was just a matter of it was just an exercise of trying to get myself back, practicing my guitar, my singing, getting my confidence back, trying to remember who I was. So thank you so much for supporting and not being mean. I also would like to thank the people who have always believed that I would be coming back to songwriting and never lost faith, never gave up on me. You know who you are. So without further ado, I would like to play for you this first original after 20 years, which came to me through an effing trigger that hit me on the head and heart. You would know from the song what kind of trigger this is. So working title is, actually the working title is called Kung Pwede Nga Lang. But in reality, my real title for this is Panggulo. So yeah, enjoy guys. God bless. Please pray for us. And thank you so much. Bye.